Hi everyone. So today I will be giving you the formula for finding out the area of a triangle whose coordinates, whose vertices will be given. So that is, I've taken a triangle ABC whose coordinates of these vertices are like this: x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Then the formula for finding the area is this one. Now this line is given as for representing the absolute value. That means since area will be always positive, so if by calculating the values of this comes out to be negative, only take the numerical value. That's why this sign is given. So what is the formula you see? Now this formula, how to remember the formula? So you see. So let me say the triangle is like this: x1, y1, say this is B, x2, y2, and then C, x3, y3. These are the vertices. So half will be there, and how you remember this? If I take x and then a difference of the ordinates. So you see, look at the suffixes in this way. So if I write in 1, 2 and 3, if I move them in this clockwise direction, then you see, if I take 1, then 2 minus 3. So you see x1, then 2 minus 3. So it is 1, 2, 3. Then when I say 2, when I take 2, then it will be 3 minus 1. So when I take 2, that is 3 minus 1. And lastly, when I take 3, that is x3, then it will be 1 minus 2. So 1 minus 2. So product of the abscissa with difference of the ordinates, that is the way we take, and it will be like this: 1, it is 1, 2, 3, then 2, 3, 1, then 3, 1, 2. That will be the sequence. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. So if you remember this particular order, then there will be no mistake in remembering the formula or writing the formula. So it will be easy to remember. Okay. And okay, so let us now, this derivation I am not showing because the derivation is obtained like this only. So if we take in this Cartesian plane, or if it is a coordinate axis, so a triangle is like this. So if I draw perpendiculars, then this is a trapezium, and this is another trapezium, and lastly this is another trapezium. So what we do, this area of this triangle is area of this trapezium plus area of this trapezium, that becomes the whole, then minus area of this trapezium will give you the area of the triangle. And very easily we can find out, because we know area of a trapezium half into altitude into sum of the parallel sides. And if I know the coordinates, you see this is say x1, y1, this is say x2, y2, and x3, y3. And this will be the altitude for this trapezium, and that is nothing but, and this much was x1 and this is your x2, so this will be x1 minus x2. And sum of the parallel sides, this is your one parallel side, that is your y3, and this one is your y1. So in this way, by putting in this way, if I write this formula, using this formula and observing the figure, we can very easily derive the formula. So that I am not going for the derivation, I am simply showing you the applications of this particular formula. So this one, first question that I have taken, to find the area of the triangle with vertices this and this. So it's a direct application when you have to find the formula. So let me take the first point A to B, say 1 minus 4, 1 minus 4. Second one I take, let me take, okay, no problem, let me take this one. Actually I will be taking this one, so let me take this one to be better. This one will be your 3, 2, and the third point is your C, that is at minus 1, 2. So area of this triangle, this area will be half. You simply put the values here. See, this is your x1, 1, into difference of the ordinates. So it is in this clockwise. So I'll be taking difference of the ordinates. So it is 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2. Plus next come to this x2 is, this is x2 is 3. Then it will be the same order. So difference of 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4, or I can write in this way. Then lastly, I have taken this one, I have taken this one out, I will be taking minus 1. Minus 1, and the difference of the ordinates will be minus 4, minus 2. Minus 4, minus 2. So in this way, looking at the diagram, we can put the values. So it is in this order. When I take this one, then the difference of this minus this. And when I take this abscissa, difference of this and this. And when I take the third abscissa, difference of this and this. So in this clockwise order. So now very easily we can calculate. This one is 0, minus minus plus. So it will be 4 plus 2, 6. 6. Yes, 6. So it will be 18. 3, 6 is 18. And lastly, it is minus 6 in minus minus plus. Yes, plus 6. Okay. So it is 24 by 2, that is 12 square unit. So in this way you can very easily calculate the area of a triangle if the coordinates of the vertices are known to us. Now suppose in this case, suppose I change the coordinate, okay. Suppose let me make these points let me make this one minus. Let me change this minus. So if I make it minus, then what will happen? It will be minus, and what will happen? This will become minus then. And you see, we are ending up with minus 12. Okay. So now about this, we have put a numerical value. That's why this means I'll be taking numerical values. So this is minus 6. So though when the value came out to be negative, I am taking only the numerical value. So it will be 6 square unit. Since area is a positive quantity, so even after calculating, if this comes out to be minus, I take only the numerical value. I ignore the sign. So that is very important. Okay, so 6 square unit. So now next come to the next question. That is, now one more thing for very important application of the area formula is that suppose suppose there is a triangle, okay, A, B, I take always in this clockwise, so always clockwise in this way. So A, B, C. So now suppose these B and C are collinear on the same line, and suppose all the 3 points are collinear. That is, if A comes down in this way and comes down to this point, that is A comes here, then the 3 points becomes collinear. But what happens? This area of this will reduce to 0. So this is very important characteristic. That is, if 3 points are collinear, then the area of the triangle formed by the 3 points will be 0. Because, okay. So this application is found here. Next question. That is, if the points these A, O and C are collinear, then prove that twice A is equal to B. So how will you proceed? So let us write in this way. Since A, O, C are collinear, lying on the same, the 3 points on the same line, therefore area of the triangle formed by the 3 points, 3 collinear points, that is, area of the triangle formed by 3 collinear points will be 0. That is the important condition. So now we will find out the area of AOC with this formula. So what will be this? Because you see this, so it will be half. these are the points. So first I'll take this abscissa 1. Then what I'll be taking? Then difference of the ordinates of the other two parts. So 0 minus b. 0 minus b. Next I'll take the second one, second abscissa. Then difference of the ordinates in this clockwise, so b minus 2. B minus 2. Then lastly the third abscissa a and a, so it will be y1 minus y2, that is 2 minus 0. This will be the area and that will be equal to 0. So actually what I have done, this is your x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. So see x1, this is your x1, y2 minus y3. Then I take x2, y3 minus y1, so y3 minus y1. Then lastly x3 is your a, then with x3 y1 minus y2, so 2 minus 0. So you have understood. Okay. So by simplifying, I think we get this relation. So you see, half of minus b, this is 0 and this is 2a, plus 2a is equal to 0. That means minus b plus 2a is equal to 0, or what you have to prove, twice a is equal to b, hence proved. So this area formula is now helpful. This is one of the good application. Whenever 3 points are collinear, we always can use this. Okay. So now I have taken a question where the application of midpoint formula and the area formula will be used. So what's the question? If D, E, F are the midpoints of the sides of triangle ABC, you have to find the area of the triangle ABC. So let me draw the diagram. Say A, B, C. I am taking in the clockwise. So the midpoints of, say, these points, say this is say D, and so this side is equal to this side, and say this is say E, this is equal to this, and say this is F. These are the midpoints. So the coordinate of the midpoints are given minus half and 5 by 2, and this one is 7, 3, and this one is 7 by 2, 7 by 2. So these are given to us. Now what we have to find the area of the triangle, this triangle ABC. So for finding that, we have to know the coordinates of the vertices ABC. So these are not given to us. So my first job will be to find out the coordinates of the vertices ABC. So here I will be using midpoint formula because these are the midpoints. So for the, let us first assume, let the coordinates of A be say x1, y1, B say x2, y2, and C is x3, y3. Okay, we assume these to be the coordinates. So now let me apply the midpoint formula. So first let me take this one. Let us consider E. So let me first write down the midpoint formula is, or let me write by midpoint formula. What is that? X is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, and y is equal to y1 plus y2 by 2. That is the average of the two vertices. So let me for the point E. So for point E, let me take the point E first. So E is the midpoint. So this x is your this 7. So 7 is equal to, now look at the figure. So x1 plus x2 will be taking the average x1 plus x2 by 2. So you know, x1 plus x2 by 2 is 7. And so from cross multiply, I will be getting x1 plus x2 is equal to 14. Mark it as equation 1. So now let's take the ordinate 3. Ordinate formula is this. Again the average of y1 plus y2, y1 plus y2 by 2, which gives you y1 plus y2 is equal to 6 by cross multiplying. So I will be giving equations. So next for from point E I am getting this. Now let me take for point, say let me take say T, the point D. Again I will be getting if we have this kind of equation, so the midpoint is minus half. So minus half is equal to, okay, so minus half, you see, midpoint, so average of x2 plus x3 by 2. x2 plus x3 by 2. These two to getting cancelled, so that is giving us x2 plus x3 is equal to minus 1. So equation 3. Similarly, take the ordinate 5 by 2. 5 by 2 will be again the average of the ordinates y2 plus y3 by 2 getting cancelled, 2 to getting cancelled, and getting the other equation, that is y2 plus y3 is equal to 5. Equation 4. Lastly, I'll take the point F. So for point F, x and y midpoints are same, 7 by 2. So 7 by 2 x, 7 by 2. Average of the abscissa, that is x1 plus x3 by 2. x1 plus x3 by 2. 2 to getting cancelled, and I am getting x1 plus x3 is equal to 7. So equation 5. And similarly for the ordinate 7 by 2, same thing, I'll be getting 7 by 2 will be y1 plus y3 by 2 to cancel. So the last equation that I am getting is y1 plus y3 is equal to 7. So I have got a set of 6 equations using midpoint formula for the 3 midpoints. So now what we will be doing, some algebraic simplification I have to do. So if you observe, let me first add all the equation having abscissas. So I will be adding this one, this one, this one, and this one I will be adding. So if I add, let me write here, so 1 plus, that is odd numbers of equations, not it? Yes, 1, 3 and 5. So equation 1 plus 3 plus 5, if I add, this will give us, you see, x1 plus x2, x2 plus x is 2 x2s, 2 x1s and 2 x3s, all are 2. So I will be getting twice of x1 plus x2 plus x3, and go on adding. So this is your 14, and here it is, okay, so 7 minus 1, 6, 6 plus 14 is 20. So right hand side is 20. So if I cancel, so what will be getting, x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 10. So now you see, say this is equation 7. So now if I subtract this 1, 3 and 5 from this equation 7, what will happen? So, as you see, 7 minus 1. In 1 there is x1 plus x2. So when I subtracting 7 minus 1, this much is getting subtracted. So only x3 will be left. So x3 is equal to 10 minus your, where is your equation 1? 14. 10 minus 14. So it is minus 4. So I got the abscissa of the point C. x3 is minus 4. Similarly, if I go on subtracting next third equation, because I will be subtracting these 3 equations from 7. So in 7 all 3's are there. In 3, equation number 3 is this one, is equation number 3. x2, x3 I have to subtract, so x1 will be left. So this will give rise to x1. x1 will be what? 7, 10 minus 3. Minus plus. So 10 plus 1, 11. It will be 11. Similarly, 7 minus 5, the last one, will give us what? To give you x2. Because in the fifth equation, x1 plus x3, x2 is not there, so x2 will be left. So 10 minus 7, it will be 3. So I got the abscissa of the 3 points. x1 is 11, x2 is 3, and x3 is minus 4. So similarly, by the same procedure, now if I add, here I have added the odd equations, now I will be adding the even equations, so that I will be getting an equation of this type, y1 plus y2 plus y3. So that we can do now. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 will give us twice of y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to, so we add the RHS of equation 2, that is 6, here it is 6 plus 5 is 11 and last one is this one, I think, yes, 11 plus 7 is 18. So when I cancel it will be 9. So y1 plus y2 plus y3 comes up to be 9. Then by subtracting the equation, say it is 8, equation 8. Then similar in the same process I will have to. So here 8 minus 2 will give us, in equation 2 there is y1, y2, so y3 will be left. Y3 will be 9 minus 6, that is 3. Then 8 minus 4 will give us, in 4 there is y2, y3, yn is not there, so it will be y1. Y1 will be, what I have to subtract, this is, RHS is 9, 9 minus 5, 9 minus 5 is 4. And lastly 8 minus 6 will give you the y2, same way. So y2 will be 8 minus 8 is your 9 and RHS of 6 is your 7. So 9 minus 7 is 2. So you see I have got the ordinates also. So that means now I know all the values of the vertices. So what will be your x1, y1? I can now write x1, y1 is your, x1 is 11, comma, and y1 I got to be 4. This is the point. And b will be x2, y2. So now I can write x2 is your 3, and y2 is your 2. And lastly the point C I'll be writing as x3, y3. What is x3? x3 is your minus 4 and y3 is your 3. So this is the main thing, how I am finding out the coordinates of the vertices. By midpoint formula I am getting 6 equations, then simply adding I will be getting an equation of this type, so that is 7. Well, by subtracting the respective equations I am getting the abscissa, and then by adding this I am getting this another main equation. Then by subtracting the respective equations from it I am getting all the ordinates. So when I know the coordinates of the vertices, very easily I can find out the area of the triangle by the area formula, that you can do yourself. Okay. Now next question is a concept based question. So look at the diagram. So we have to find the coordinates of a point which is equidistant from these 3 points A, B and O. So you see, now whenever we talk about a point which is equidistant from any 3 points, so we can think about a circle, because you know a circle can be drawn through any 3 non-collinear points. That means if you have a 3 that is 1, 2 and 3, that you have come across in 9th class, there is a theorem that is through 3 non-collinear points a circle can be drawn. So what happens, say A, B and C, then the center of the circle O will be equidistant from all the these 3 points, because all are radial. So I can use this concept. So the point which you have to find out, which is equidistant from the 3 vertices, must be the center of the circle which is passing through these 3 points. So that means actually this is also known as the circle of the triangle AOB. So it's something like that. Okay, right. So we can draw a circle through these 3 vertices, which is the circumcircle. So the center of this circumcircle, which will be the circumcenter, will be the required point, because that point will be equidistant from A, B and O, like this. And again you observe, this is 90 degree. Angle between the coordinate axis is 90 degree, and also you know in a circle angle in a semicircle is 90 degree. That is, this is the center O, this is a diameter, so this we know, angle in a semicircle is 90 degree. So if this is 90 degree, then this AB must be the diameter, has to be the diameter, and so the circumcenter must lie on the diameter, and center is the midpoint of the diameter, so this will be the required point, and this will be nothing but this will be the midpoint. Okay, so by midpoint formula we can very easily find out the coordinate of this. So if this is so coordinate of P, what will be the P? Your x coordinate will be 0 plus 2x by 2, that is x, and the y coordinate will be 2y plus 0 by 2, that is y. So by midpoint formula we can find out the coordinate of P, so it is x and y. Okay. So this is the logic. This is nothing but the circumcenter of the triangle ABC, and this is 90 degrees, so this is has to be diameter, and circumcenter is the midpoint of diameter, so by midpoint formula we can very easily find out. So the answer is your coordinate of the point has to be xy. Okay, so that's all for all about coordinate geometry. I conclude here, and next class or next video I'll be starting the trigonometry. Okay.